Hello, hello everyone. Hello everyone. Uh, in this session, we are going to revise the questions that we studied in algae and the bryophytes. So you will slowly start to understand how MCQ solving with an app like MemoNeet will improve your retention, because you could have studied algae and then you could have studied bryophytes. Then now if you have to revise, you have to go back and study algae again, because if you go and buy any question banks, they won't cover all the points in NCERT. So now when you will clearly see the difference, how you will retain the information that you studied when you use the practice section in MemoNeet, which I'm showing right now. So without wasting much time, so I'm going to make the temporary memory as 0 and also the short-term memory as 0. I'm going to try moving the questions in the temporary memory to the short-term memory and questions in the short-term memory to the repeating short memory. Okay, so if I make it 0 after 24 hours, these 52 questions will come here and these 61 questions will come here. Okay, that's the basic concept. Okay, so let's get into this question. Okay, which among the followings, these questions in the temporary memory could be the questions that I got in the introduction part of Plant Kingdom wrong as well. Okay, which among the following isn't considered in numerical taxonomy? Easily carried out using computers. Yes, true. It is based on all observable characteristics, based on few characteristics counted manually. I guess it's both A and B. Okay, true. So flagellate isogametes as well as flagellate anisogametes are produced by, okay, flagellate isogametes as well as flagellate anisogametes are produced by C. We have forgotten clearly. Yes, I really forgot the answer for this question, but I think, let me recall my memory. So this is how MemoNeet helps you recall your memory. So flagellate isogametes as well as flagellate anisogametes are produced by, I believe, um, brown algae. So I think I should go with fucus. Fucus is a brown algae. No, it's Chlamydomonas. Chlamydomonas asexual reproduction occurs by zoospores, A plus isogamy, anisogamy, or oogamy. Okay, flagellate isogametes as well as flagellate anisogametes are produced by Chlamydomonas. Okay, okay. Now comes here. Again, I think I will forget this. So listen, guys. Like, I'm not teaching you guys. I'm just reading with you, learning with you. So bear with me if I make mistakes, because that's how I can prove you the best feedback of MemoNeet. Okay, so algin, carrageen, agar. So agar is Gelidium and Glaciaria. So that is proven. And I guess carrageen is red algae and algin will be brown algae. Okay, that's true. Algin, brown algae, A, B. I remember like that. And then agar I know. So carrageen is obviously red algae. So horsetails and ferns are, I don't think this question. These are all pteridophytes. Okay, I will just skip them. I learned some of the pteridophytes questions, so those are reflecting here. Never mind. Angiosperms as well. Biomolecules. I guess in this, I guess in the temporary memory, all the questions except this are just gonna be questions that I learned other than this revision session. Okay. Yeah. So then I will probably move to short-term memory and make this 0, because I think mostly all the questions in short-term memory would have been From algae. Okay, this is from Plant Kingdom. In angiosperms, early system of classification was based on all the above, on vegetative characters as well, gross, superficial, morphological, etc. All the above. See, this question covers like 3 lines. If you read this, and when you hit the answer all the above, you will be like you will have covered 3 lines from NCERT easily. So natural classification of systems was based on natural classification was based on external and internal features as well. Yes, ultrastructure, anatomy, embryology, and photochemistry as well. Natural affinities as well. So it would be all the above. So phylogenetic classification systems was based on evolutionary relationships. Yes, this is the line. So which among the following isn't considered a numerical taxonomy? Yeah, this question we just actually moved it from temporary memory to short-term memory. I think it's both. Yeah, I think there's a grammatical error here. It is considered a numerical taxonomy. Okay, number and codes are assigned in the characters. Find out the classification it is considered. Numbers and codes are assigned in only numerical taxonomy. Cytological information like chromosome numbers, structure, behavior are considered in cytotaxonomy, obviously. See, like how when you answer this question, for me, that particular line in NCRT comes into my mind, like exactly the book. So this is why I think MemoNeet is one of the best apps that you should use to practice. Use the chemical constituents of the plants to resolve confusions are considered in chemotaxonomy. So phylogenetic system brings out reproductive similarities, grouping according to morphologic grouping on the basis of increasing grouping, evolutionary trends and genetic relationships. I believe, yeah. So chemotaxonomy is connected with use of phytochemical data in systematic botany. So system of classification used by Linnaeus used artificial system. Natural system of classification was proposed by Bentham and Hooker. Okay. So now, right now, with these names usually we get a lot of confusions, right? Like Bentham and Hooker, Linnaeus, blah blah blah. But now, for me, the exact line in the introduction part of Plant Kingdom just comes to my mind, where it is given that the natural system of classification of flowering plants was proposed first by Bentham and Hooker. So classification based on few morphological characters is artificial. Yeah. So algae are mostly aquatic. Algae are chlorophyllous as well. Yeah. So now that line comes to my mind. Algae are chlorophyllous, and then they are thyroid as well. So I think both A and B. So select the correct answer. Some algae are associated with fungi and animals. Yeah, this is true. Form and size of algae is highly variable. Yeah, this is true. We have small algae as well as we have algae like very large algae as well. Reproduced by vegetative, asexual, and sexual methods. All the above. Okay. This is where memory is going to play a key role here for me. So, isogamous, anisogamous, oogamous. I guess anisogamous was Eudorina. I remember that kind of. Oogamous was Volvox. And isogamous was Ulothrix. Ulothrix and Spirogera was isogamous. Okay, asexual reproduction occurs by production of different types of spores in algae. The common type of spore is a zoospore. See how it's easily helping you to remember each and every line. The flagellate motile spore is called a zoospore. It is also reinstating certain facts that so that you cannot forget. Gametes of sexual reproduction in algae can be all the three, all the above. So Chlamydomonas shows both A and B. Because both the all the algae, I think it shows all the isogamy, anisogamy, and oogamy. Oogamy is seen in Volvox, I guess in Fucus as well. I think I forgot it, but now I will learn. Yeah, it's right. Both volvox and fucus show oogamy. So in oogamy, male gamete is small, motile, and produced in large number, but female gamete is single and static. I could directly go to this option. I remember the line. So at least half of the total CO2 fixation on Earth is carried out by algae. Yeah. So in aquatic ecosystems, which ones is of paramount importance as primary producer of food chain? Algae. It's true. These are all simple questions. Choose the correct. Many species of Porifera, Laminaria, and Sargassum are among 70 species of marine algae used as food. This is true. This is true. This is present in that third or second paragraph of algae. Agars used to grow microbes and in preparation of ice creams and jellies. This is true. Algae is useful to man in a variety of way. All the three are true. True. So the members of class Chlorophyllae are commonly called as green algae. Chloro green. Simple. Okay, so plant body of green algae may be, yes, unicellular. It may be colonial. It may be filamentous as well. This comes in the first paragraph of Chlorophyllae. All the above. So the major pigments in green algae are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B, comma starch. This is very simple. Yeah, this comes in like the second division of the first paragraph. So the types of chloroplasts found in different species of green algae are, you should now remember the line. It's so amazing that this line comes to my mind right now, that uh, the different shapes of chloroplasts was listed out in the book, right? It was spiral, reticulate, plate like, cup shaped, discoid, all the above. So pyronoids are present in dash in most of the green algae. It's present in the chloroplast. Yeah, this is the next line of that line. So pyronoid contains both protein plus starch besides each other. This is true. So number of pyronoids in members of green algae is one to many. Green algae have cell wall made up of, okay, so it was the inner layer of pectose and outer layer of cell wall. I guess I might be wrong. Oh, I got wrong. Outer layer of pectose and inner layer of cellulose. Okay, so this is good. I got this wrong. Okay, that's fine. The major pigments in green algae are dash and stored food is dash. The major pigments are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B and starch. So in green algae, some members show vegetative reproduction by fragmentation. Yes, true. Asexual reproduction is by various spores. True. Sexual reproduction may be isogamous, anisogamous, or oogamous. All the above. So identify the diagram. This diagram is clearly volvox. Yeah. This diagram, I think it is filamentous, so I think it's Ulothrix. Chlamydomonas, volvox, Ulothrix, Paragera, and Cara belongs to. So these are famous algae, so they clearly belong to Chlorophyllae. So which pigment are found in brown algae? Chlorophyll A and C. And also chlorophyll A and C, fucoxanthin also. Yeah, xanthophylls and carotenoids as well. So both B and C. See, like how much it's so amazing that I realize how much I remembered from what I studied 3 days back. Really think that it was just because after studying every paragraph, we came and practiced in MemoNeet app. So the members of Phaeophysia or brown algae are found primarily in marine habitat. So this is the first line in brown algae. So laminar and mantle reserve food because they are complex carbohydrates. True. Laminaria, Ectocarpus, Dictyota, Sargassum, and Fucus are examples of brown algae. Yeah, Ectocarpus, Dictyota, Sargassum, and Fucus. Yeah, they are brown algae. So, which of the following is not a feature of brown algae? Multicellularity and large size exclusively in marine attached forms have fold first. Most common pigment is, so this is not true about brown algae because the most common pigment is chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C. Multicellular brown algae make up this group. The brown algae are composed of either branched filament or leaf-like outgrowth. Giant helps may keep reach up to 100-meter long. These brown algae are placed under the class brown algae sphaerophyceae. And the major pigments of brown algae are chlorophyll A and C, fucosanthin. For brown algae, it is fucosanthin for sure. Usually, plant body of brown algae consists of all the three, right? Hold fast, stipe, and frond, all the above. So, in most of the brown algae, asexual reproduction takes place by pear-shaped pyriform biflagellate spores. They have lateral and unequal flagella. This is true. In brown algae, the gametes are pyriform V-shaped gametes having unequal two laterally attached flagella. This actually comes in the last 4 or 5 lines at the end of the brown algae. Which one is correct about sexual reproduction in brown algae? Is isogamous, anisogamous, oogamous? Yes, all the three true. Is external in water, and oogamy fertilization occurs in oogonium. This is true. And occurs in is external in water. Yeah, this is also true. I think all these lines we have read it. Yeah. So identify the diagram. So this diagram could be fucus or laminaria. I'm not sure. Could be laminaria. Yeah. This one should be dictyota. Yeah. So identify the parts. So this is simple. D should be hold fast. A should be air bladder. Air bladder. C should be midrib. B should be frond. Check. It's right. Which of the following is correct? In brown algae as well as red algae, vegetative reproduction takes place by fragmentation. That's true. In red algae, algal predominant pigment is R-phycoerythrin. So reserved food fluoridine charge in red algae is very similar to amylopectin and glycogen structure. So these three lines come in the first paragraph of red algae. Chlorophyll A, D, and R-phycoerythrin are major pigments in the members of Rhodophyceae, that is red algae. So which of the following statements isn't characteristic of red algae? Is fluoridine starch is the characteristic. Both spores and gametes are non-motile is the characteristic. But post-fertilization development is not like other algae. It is different and it is also advanced than other algae. So algae, I think we just moved this question from see how the questions last time in the revision algorithm I got this question wrong, so it is asking me again and again just to ensure that I remember this right. There's no way that I could forget it because algae it's brown algae, carrageen red algae. This question came in NEET 2021 as well. Agar, Gelidium and Gracilaria. So Porifera and Polysiphonia belongs to Rhodophyceae. That's true. This should be Porifera or Polysiphonia. I'm not sure. I think it's Porifera. Yeah. So this should be Polysiphonia, obviously. So dash, a unicellular alga rich in proteins, is used as food supplement and even by space travelers, was chlorella. Many species of dash are among 70 species of marine algae used. All the three, right? Porifera, Laminaria, Sargassum. Okay, volvox. Massive plant bodies are kelps. Volvox is colonial forms. Eulothrix and Spirogyra filamentous forms. Yeah, okay, this is a challenging question. Asexual reproduction is by zoospores. Anisogamous is Eudorida. Oogamous is Volvox and Fucus. Isogamous is Eulothrix and Spirogyra. Okay, so see, like while practiced, just just taking things from temporary memory to short-term memory. Now I've moved it from short-term memory to repeated short-term memory. So 62, I answered 62 questions right, and I answered only one question wrong. So now I have moved the short-term memory to repeating short-term memory. Except one question. So this question I have to read it again to move it from here to repeating short-term memory. So this is what is exceptional about MemoNeet app. Okay. I will just end this video. We will do the practice sessions of Bryophy chapter 24 hours because we just read it yesterday. So the app hasn't triggered the revision for Bryophytes. It will only trigger after 24 hours.